If you're trying to find a house to flip on Zillow, you're not gonna find it, all right? So here are 5 ways that you can actually find discounted properties for you to actually start flipping. So make sure you actually watch all 5 of these things, because the 5th one is the one that people ignore the most, but it ends up being one of the most useful ones. So number 1, you wanna go and look for code violations. You can go to your local county website and put in an open records request for all of the single family properties in the area that have signs of distress or an open violation, right? So by doing this, what they're going to do is actually make a list for everyone that has those different signs of distress. So it'll be things like boarded up windows, high grass, things that just overall does not look good for the community. They'll put a violation on that property, and because it's public record, they'll be able to provide you with that list. So very important. We've gotten several deals from that, and you'll have things on there, for example, homes that are slightly burned or whatever it is. Houses that are not well kept, they will be on that code violation list, and that will be a great indicator for signs of distress when it comes to that type of property. Number 2, pre-foreclosures, right? You can go to the same area and look for houses that are up for pre-foreclosure. Now, this is important. I typically don't get homes that already went through the foreclosure process. I like to go for the properties that are in pre-foreclosure, meaning that the day is coming, right? The writing's on the wall, but you can actually come to them and give them options on different things that they can actually do, rather than just lose their house and have to move out because somebody's coming in aggressively putting notes on their door like, hey, get out of here. You can actually come in and make them an offer that will make sense for them. Maybe that's a creative deal. Maybe you're just purchasing that property. Maybe you're doing something similar to what we've done several times, which is catching them up on their back payments and then continuing their monthly payments. So that's a sub 2. There's some more things that's into that, but you'd have to speak to your title company with that. I'm not giving legal advice or whatever, but that's a strategy that you could use. Or like I said, you can just go ahead and just buy it off of them, right? And it'll be at a discounted price because you're able to give them what they need to pay off the loan and some money in their pocket, right? So that's for pre-foreclosures. Number 3, working with real estate agents that's in the area, right? So something that I want you to keep in mind is I have not found a lot of deals that were just straight up on the MLS. What you would do is get those pocket listings. So you would reach out to agents and let them know what you're looking for. So properties that they typically don't feel like may be able to sell on the regular MLS, but by reaching out to many different agents, let them know like, hey, this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for beat up houses. I'm looking for houses that that you normally wouldn't list yourself, right? This is what I'm looking for. This is my criteria. And sure enough, it may take a while, but eventually they'll just start calling you like, hey, there's this one house. It looks really beat up. Would you want this? It's like, absolutely. I would love it, right? A lot of agents, they typically are not investors. And so they come in with their owner occupant mind, right? Which is they'll go in thinking about, okay, can I make this house nice? Is it nice enough now? Can I just do some paint and it looks good? But if they come to a house to where the roof is crazy, the foundation's crazy, there's no AC, everything's from the 1970s, there's holes in the walls, a lot of agents won't even touch it, right? But those are the houses that I love, right? The more distressed it is, the better deal I can get on the property, which will allow me to then make higher profits. So that's working with agents. Number 4, wholesalers, right? I started off as a wholesaler. Now I get my deals from wholesalers, right? And so what's great about wholesalers is that their whole job is going in every single day and finding those discounted properties. So they're calling the pre-foreclosure, the code violations, they're door knocking, the absentee on a high equity. There's tons of lists that they're calling, and they're putting all this together so that they can actually get it for a further discount and then mark it up to a buyer like myself who's an investor, right? So they are a great resource, but what I'll say about wholesalers is that you have to make sure that you check the numbers for yourself, right? Along with everything, wherever you get your deals from, you always want to make sure that you check your numbers, because there's a lot of wholesalers that don't know what they're doing, right? So they'll say inflated prices for what the value would be once it's fixed up, and then they'll minimize what the actual cost is for repairs. And if you just go off of their word, you'll lose a ton of money, but they made $15,000. You get what I'm saying? So make sure that you're running your numbers to make sure that it makes sense for you, right? And another tip that I'll give, some people are against this, but I typically don't like to do sight unseen offers. Some people are all about it, but I am one of those folks that I'm like, you know what? It could look one way in a picture, but once you're actually there, you'll start to notice a lot more things that's in the home, right? So understand that whenever you work with wholesalers, be careful, but they're a great resource and they'll make you tons of money. Lastly, number 5, this is one of the most important ones, is talk about what you do on social media. Let people know that you're a real estate investor. Let them know that you're looking for a house to buy. Everybody that knows you should know that you're into real estate. Everybody who thinks about you should think about you as a real estate investor. Be the center of real estate in your circle, right? When it comes to real estate, people should be coming to you because you're the real estate person, right? Well, I even tell people, hey, I tell them to call me Eli, the real estate guy, right? I want people to know that I invest in real estate. Everywhere I go, if I'm having a conversation with you, you know that I invest in real estate, right? And so with that, instead of just only talking to the people, actually post it online. Let people know what you do. Let them know what you're looking for, right? Every now and then you'll see me post something, give them my buy box and what my criteria is for houses that I want. So do this so people actually know that you're looking for properties and you'll stay top of mind. And there's times to where I would tell somebody years ago that I invested in real estate, and then randomly I get a call like, hey, do you still invest in real estate? Yes, I do. Boom, here you go. I got a deal for you, right? So make sure that you do that. So let me go ahead and run down. Don't skip this video yet. Do not click off yet. All right, I'm gonna run them down again, and I got some more things to say after that. So number 1, code violations. Number 2, pre-foreclosure lists. Number 3, agents. Number 4, wholesalers. And number 5, social media. And I'll go ahead and say / speaking of people that surround you. So with that being said, if you found this valuable, go ahead and like this video. I did not sell anything in this video, so the fee for this video is actually liking and subscribing. There's about 90% of people that watch these videos that have not subscribed, but they're coming back and watching more. What I want you to do is not be those people. Go ahead and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one, right? So thank you all again for watching. I cannot wait for you to get your first deal. See you in the next video.